Hello traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. How are you? I hope you're all marvelous. I hope you're having a great trading day. Let's have a look, see who we've got in today. Let me just load up the live chat, guys. Come say hello, don't be shy. So guys, yeah, you know by now for the next 45 minutes or an hour, I will be all yours. Yeah, you can ask me as many questions as you like, guys, about trading. And it can be anything you like about trading, guys. It could be, money management, psychology. It could be trading techniques, strategy. It could be anything you like. It can also be a trade that you're in. But yeah, guys, ask me as many questions as you like about anything you like. Okay. Hello, Colin. How are you from Bali? How is it out there, mate? I'm sure very beautiful as always. And yeah, hello to everyone else, guys, as well. So I'm going to show you a few trades that I'm currently in. There's nothing really, there's potentially a gold trade setting up right now. I'm already in gold, but if you're not in gold, this could potentially be a good setup coming soon. And we'll also take a look at a couple of other trades I'm interested in. We'll take a look at your trades as well. So again, get all your questions ready. Good morning, Greg. Good evening, Greg. I'm sure it's probably late out there now. How are you, mate? Hello, Coprod. Very good to see you, mate. How are you doing today? Can we take a look at pound Canadian dollar? Yes, we can. I'm actually still in that trade, Coprod. I'm buying that pair. So yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that. Hi, Mira. Hello, Tom. Yeah, hello. Welcome, guys. That's it. Don't be shy. Say hello and give me your questions. We've also got some news today, guys. So we've literally just had the German CPI data come out. All right. So as you can see, we all know by now CPI is a reading of inflation. Yeah, it's basically, the increase in some goods, basically, guys. Okay. So as you can see, that was better than expected. Okay. So this might give a little bit of strength to the euro. We'll take a look in a minute. Let's just click on this, guys. So any of the economic calendars you use, if you want more information about what each piece of data is, then just click on it. Okay. And then as you can see, guys, it will load up. So the German Consumer Price Index measures the changes in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers. A higher than expected reading should be taken as positive or bullish for the euro, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative or bearish. All right, guys. So yeah, that is the German CPI. So yeah, that was better than expected, guys. So let's go back to the charts. Let's take a quick look at the euro. Not a reaction at all, really, to be quite honest. Yeah, this is the hourly chart. Not a lot happening here. Yeah, let's perhaps check another euro pair. Maybe there's a bit more movement. Let's have a look at euro Aussie dollar. But again, guys, no, a real muted response there. Yeah, nothing really happening in terms of a response. So, yeah, that's the news for you guys. It can be better than expected and it does nothing. It can be worse than expected and it goes up. The news is so unpredictable and difficult to trade, guys. All right. So, yeah, we would expect strength in the euro right now, but we're not really seeing that. But we'll come back to this and check in a minute. Greg, happy days. Yeah, one of the emojis. Colin, good to be here. Currently in euro, pound, New Zealand, US dollar, and gold. Okay, all right. We can take a look at a couple of those. Good morning, Joseph. Yeah, all the YouTube members, respect. All right, guys. So yeah, we can take a look at all of those. Let's take a look at gold first, because gold is potentially setting up nicely. And before we look at gold, I forgot to mention, guys, just back to the news quickly. If you can remind me in 21 minutes, because I will be blabbing away as usual. If you can, yeah, just warn me in 21 minutes, guys, 22 minutes. Yeah, we've got the GDP coming out and initial jobless claims. All right, guys, so this is going to have a big impact on any US dollar pair you may be in, including gold. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a look at them as they come out, guys. Let's go back to the charts now, because as I explained, I am potentially seeing a nice setup. I'm already in this trade, guys. All right, I'm already in this trade. That's worth pointing out. And my stop, yeah, is above here. So my stop's up here, guys. All right. I'm already in this trade from around here. So yeah, I mean, you know, we're still with H1 structure. Yeah, and potentially we could get a nice reaction again at this level to take price lower. Yeah, it might depend on the news coming out as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, if we get a bearish reaction here, then I will add to my trade. Yeah, I will simply add another, you know, trade to this and look to take it lower, guys. So the fact, you know, this is quite interesting, guys. So the fact that news is coming out later, all right? So I've entered around here, all right? I haven't put in full size because firstly, you know, there's potentially news later, which will be coming out very shortly. And secondly, if I enter here and my stop is here, you know, this is still quite a large area for price to move into. So at this level, my entry level, rarely do I enter 100%. I might enter 50%, 20%, 30%. Okay, and then as price goes against me, yeah, I can potentially add another 20%. Yeah, we get a bearish reaction. I could enter another 30%. You know, so with regards to entries, you are seldom going to get the perfect entry. Yes, seldom will you get the perfect entry. So, so like I say, I've entered here, guys, and if price just went flying down, then that's also no problem. Yeah, I'm still in the trade. I don't have the full amount, but if price retraced back up to here, yeah, then I can enter another 50% or something like that, guys, to take it lower again. Yeah, so this flexibility with entries, it helps me manage a trade and manage my risk. Yeah, so I rarely enter full size on my first trade. And, and this is a perfect example. It wants to come back up to here. Depending on the news, I will enter, again. As long as it doesn't come up and take out my stop, then, then no problem. I'll be hedged in this trade and look for shorts at another time. All right, guys. But right now, as you can see, a really nice level. If we look at the H4 now as well, like I say, this is proven to be a nice level, yeah, on the H4 as well. We're sort of doing a bottom-up approach here, but if we look at the day chart as well, guys, it's in a downtrend. Everything's pointing to sell gold. Yeah, we're clearly in a downtrend. We're getting lower lows, lower highs. Yeah, so yeah, and nothing but bearish candles. So yeah, wait for the news, guys, and we could potentially have a nice setup in this grey zone on gold. Joseph, okay, pound US dollar. Okay, we'll take a look at pound US dollar, Joseph, as you are a YouTube member. And then we'll take a look at pound Canadian dollar copper, all right? So pound US dollar is at a very interesting level. Funnily enough, Greg pointed this out as well. It is at a very nice area in terms of value. Okay, so what are we seeing here, guys? So pound US dollar on the, well, let's start with the weekly chart actually, because the weekly chart I also like. Yeah, this is in an uptrend. All right. And this is the weekly chart. And, you know, so far it's currently reacting at this last high. So what was once resistance over here, when it reacts here, becomes support. All right. So we usually like this setup. All right. If we then drop to the day chart, again, we're at a very nice value area. It didn't break this gray zone. Yeah, it hasn't broke this gray zone. We're at the moving average 20 as well. So there's really nice value and support here. Okay, there is. And we're in a weekly uptrend. The only thing that concerns me is this, guys. You know, is this a structure breakdown? Yeah. Are we starting to see lower lows, lower highs? So this is what, you know, this is why I'm torn. You can hear in my voice. I'm like, you know, I'm torn with this trade because potentially, you know, it's in a nice area, but are we seeing a structure breakdown? Yeah. Are we getting lower lows, lower highs? So for those reasons, it didn't make my short list today, but I can see why people want to buy it at this area. So yeah, that's what we're seeing with pound US dollar. A little bit of conflict there for me. If we drop down to the H4 chart, yeah, you can see we're getting a nice bounce off. We've got a nice bounce off this gray zone, and we've got another bullish green candle here as well. So if I had to trade this today, yeah, if you said, Tom, you must trade this, otherwise we will, I don't know, throw you off a high building, then, you know, I would look to take price back to this gray zone because this is going to be the next area of resistance and potentially a good area to short. Yeah, and I don't want to buy into good areas that are potential shorts. Yeah, if we zoom out, guys, if you was only trading the H4, let's drag this across. If you were only trading the H4, yeah, and price is doing this area here would be a beautiful shorting area. Yeah, you've got the moving average 20 coming down. You've got previous support, now resistance. This would be such a good area to short. Yeah, lots of reasons to short here. So, and there is a bit of room until we get to this area. So at current price, 61 up to about 91, you've still got about 30 pips to move into. And if we look at the H1, we've probably just had a structure break. So if we look at the H1, yeah, okay, we also had a structure break on pound US dollar on the H1 chart. Yeah, if we come down, yeah, we were with H1 downtrend still, and then bang, yeah, we have just broken these highs with this candle here. Okay, so yeah, you can see that these highs here have just been broken with this candle. So we are in a H1 uptrend, which, like I said, if I had to trade it, I would take it up to this gray zone here. But in terms of the day chart, it's a tricky one for me. Yeah, there was a bit of, conflict there. And also, if I'm trading pound US dollar, if I'm trading any of the US dollar pairs, I will take a look at other US dollar pairs. So let's take a look at Aussie dollar US dollar day chart. I mean, what would you do with that? You know, I know it's at an interesting level here, but generally speaking, that is selling pressure. Okay, so that's telling me US dollar strength. Let's look at Euro US dollar. This, I mean, everyone, you know, even on our Discord channel, everyone's highlighting this as a potential head and shoulders pattern. And potentially it is, you know. So this is suggesting US dollar strength as well. So I've only looked at Aussie dollar, US dollar and Euro, US dollar, and both of them are suggesting US dollar strength. Okay, if we go back to pound US dollar, yeah, that does not support any long ideas. Yeah, if we want to long this, everything else is telling us US dollar strength. Yeah, so there's a bit of conflict amongst US dollar majors as well. Yeah, so that there's a bit of conflict all around there with the dollar majors. So again, another reason why pound US dollar wasn't necessarily on our trade ideas for today. So yeah, those are all the things I look at when I'm looking at pound US dollar today. That's what I did this morning, guys. Yeah, so I hope that helps with pound US dollar. Cop prod. Okay, my friend, let's take a look at pound Canadian dollar. Before we take a look at pound Canadian dollar, guys, if you are new to the channel, if I could please ask you to subscribe to the channel right now. Yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. We would love to have your company on our channel. Very lonely we get. And secondly, guys, if you're enjoying this analysis, if I could ask everyone right now to just smash the like button. Yeah, take 2 seconds, guys, while I have a drink. Okay, guys, so yeah, thank you. Thank you for smashing the like button. Pound Canadian dollar. Cop prod, let's take a look. So I'm still interested in buys. Okay, why am I interested in buys? So let me explain. All right, so at this point, guys, we are in a downtrend. All right, we've got lower highs, yeah, and and here lower lows. Right, so we're in a downtrend, but then price doesn't come back down. Instead, price shoots back up, creating a new higher low. Okay, and we get a new higher high. So as we speak, we've got higher highs, higher lows. Price has come all the way back down to these last lows. All right, and we've had this super bullish candle react at this level. All right, so I am interested in taking this pair potentially all the way back up to here. Okay. Yesterday, we did get this bearish candle, but it still had this wick and rejected this area of support. You can see it's support because price has reacted historically here. All right, and as you can see, price is zooming up today as well. Zooming up is definitely a technical term, I'm sure. It's in all the books. All right, so this is what I'm seeing, guys. And also, guys, yeah, that's the other thing I want to show you. This is an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So the idea is for this to happen, yeah? This is the shoulder, this is the head, this is the shoulder. Okay, so this is an inverted head and shoulders pattern. And the idea of this pattern is we break this level and we carry on higher. Okay, if we drop down to the H4 now, yeah, this is, this also looks like a nice trade. It looks like a nice buy opportunity on all time frames. Yeah, so on the H4, we were in a downtrend. Okay, got to our support level and then bang. That was that big daily candle we saw. It broke this high here. Yeah, so we now have higher highs. Okay. Price came all the way back down, tested these lows, but as you can see, guys, we've got a nice push away from these lows. And, you can see price has been pretty bullish ever since. And if we just followed H4 structure, yeah, we would expect price to get back to these highs here, back to these highs up here. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing on H4. And then finally, if we drop down to the H1, okay, this is nice, guys, because I'm in this trade and I was hedged in this trade. I actually explained this hedged trade in the VIP Discord, guys. Yeah, we talk about hedging and other things, you know, quite a bit in the VIP Discord, guys. So come and join. Well, firstly, come and join the free Discord, and then you can also come and join the VIP Discord. You do have to pay for the VIP Discord, but you will see how I managed this trade in there. So yeah, even on the H1, guys, yeah, price broke down, yeah, breaking down, but then bang, yeah, as soon as we get this candle here that broke these last H1 highs, we technically have, you know, a H1 uptrend. So let's see what happens, guys. I'm looking to take price to here. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking pound, Canadian dollar. I'm liking buys on this pair. You know, everything is suggesting to buy. I've put this alarm in here. Yeah, you can see this dotted line, because if price, you know, I'm in this trade anyway. So if price does this and zooms off, no problem. I'm in this trade. But I actually think this is a good area because it's, you know, we've got some support here and the moving average 20. This area right here represents value for me to take it higher. All right, guys. So yeah, pound Canadian dollar cop prod. Yeah, I'm in a buy trade. I would really like to see this green candle push, you know, like this, push past these last highs. Yeah, that gives me the confidence that it's kind of pushing through this gray zone, you know, and breaking these last highs. If we see that, there's no reason why we can't make it all the way back up to here. All right, so that's pound Canadian dollar. Okay, Colin, yeah, let's take a look at euro pound, because I've just literally got hedged in this trade. All right, so let's take a look at euro pound, because I'm keeping a keen eye on this as well. Okay, all right, we'll see. So this is going to be interesting, guys. Let me explain how I will trade this and what I am currently done so far. All right, so euro pound. Okay, so why do I like euro pound shorts? Because firstly, yeah, let's draw this in as well. There is an area here. Yeah. Okay. So there is an area of resistance. It was once support in here. Okay. So now there's potentially an area of resistance here. Okay. You can see that here. Price came down, tested it, broke it. Yeah. Okay, and then, yeah, we're back at this level, all right? And we haven't broken these last highs. These last highs here have not been broken. This candle closed back in to these last highs. So we have not had a break of these highs so far, all right? So, yeah, we came down, yeah. Even, you know, these highs here still haven't broken. Yeah, because of all of these wicks and this wick too. So the highs still haven't broken. So then I dropped down to the H1. And what I saw was a structure break on the H1. All right, so we was clearly with H1 structure to the upside, and then price just broke. It broke here. It broke these lows. All right, I got a bit of a retrace. I entered about here and I put my hedge around 42 it was. Okay, so I've just got into a hedge. Let's make this a little bit clearer. So I'm selling from here, all right, and I've just got into a buy here as well. So currently I am in this trade for this amount of a loss. Okay, so worst case scenario, guys, with hedging, you just close your hedge and that would be your normal stop. Yeah, if I close this trade now, I have lost this amount here. This would be a losing trade for this amount. And that's normally where perhaps some people's stop losses would be. You would be out of this trade. You are, you know, you're finished with this trade. But what I'm looking to do is get out of this buy trade. Yeah, because I still want to sell this pair. Okay, so what are my options to sell this pair? So price could come back up. You can see my alarm here, up here. So if price comes back up to here, yeah, and I get a nice bearish reaction here, yeah, something like this, red candle, bit of a wick, I will close this buy trade here. At the close of this candle, I will close this buy trade. Okay, and then I will look for price to come back down. If it doesn't, I will place another buy order, a buy stop above this entry candle. Yeah, and then if this gets taken out, then perhaps I'll just stay in this hedge for some time. That will be my drawdown, guys. I will just stay in this hedge. I will be in drawdown. I'm happy to be in drawdown as long as I stick with my money management, and I will just let this trade, remain at a loss, and then I will reapproach this trade when I get another setup. All right. Alternatively, guys, yeah, that's one way I will trade it. Alternatively, this could be a bit of a H4. Yeah, so on the H1, yeah, it looks like we've had a clear break of these highs. Yeah, this candle has broken these highs. All right, and you would be thinking, right, we can take it up to here. Okay, we can take it up to here. But okay, so this is, what's this? This is the news, guys. All right, so yes, almost news. Abby, yeah, thank you guys for letting me know. Let me just explain this trade and we'll go and have a look at the news very shortly. So if this H4 candle, yeah, closes back below, let's say we get a candle like this, yeah, and we get a bearish candle that looks like this, and it's closed back within those H1 highs, I might close the hedge here and look to take price lower. Okay, so that's how I'm looking at areas and ways I can exit the hedge, but I'm not in a rush to do so. Yeah, I can stay in that hedge for weeks if need be. Right, news, guys, like you said. So don't look at the news. I want you to predict what the news has done. Let's look at Aussie dollar, US dollar. So, judging by the news on the H1, yeah, let Sherlock Holmes here tell you what has happened. I haven't looked at the news, obviously, but we are seeing US dollar strength. Okay, and we're okay. So, pound Canadian dollar. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So yeah, we are seeing pound strength here, guys. All right, clearly pound strength. So what are we expecting? We're expecting both figures. I think both figures were better than expected. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, Christ, that is a beat. That is a beat on expectation. That is a hell of a jump, guys. Yeah, GDP expected 1.4% was actually 2%. That is a massive beat on those figures. And then initial jobless claims, yeah, again, a beat on expectations. So GDP, that is showing growth, better than expected growth in the economy. And initial jobless claims is basically people claiming unemployment. So you want that number to be lower, okay? And as you can see, that was around 27,000 lower, all right? So, yeah, a far better, a proper beat on expectations, guys, yeah? So, yeah, very nice for this, for the US dollar, guys, and seeing lots of strength as a result. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look at a few of these lines. Yeah, look at that US dollar strength, guys. That is far better than expected data. Let's take a quick look at Euro US dollar. Look at that. Yeah, that is coming flying down. And also pound US dollar, guys. Yeah, okay, so everything's coming storming down. Let's look at that gold trade. Okay, so guys, if you wasn't, in that gold trade already, you may have missed your opportunity here. Yeah, that is coming storming down. Yeah, my target's 1900. So guys, yeah, far better than expected on the US dollar data. I saw the alarm go for pound Canadian dollar. Let's just take a quick look at this. Okay, so yeah, no problem with pound Canadian dollar as yet. Yeah, because we're still with H1 structure, guys. Yeah, this could potentially be a good area for buys. But again, let the news play out a bit, guys. At least give the news until 5 o'clock. Give the news half an hour just to relax, because this is not even a US dollar pair. This is pound against the Canadian dollar, but yet we are seeing Canadian dollar strength. Okay, so yeah, let the news settle, give it half an hour, and then reassess the charts, guys. All right, see what see what the charts are doing then. Okay, so what else do we want to look at today, guys? So yeah, New Zealand US dollar, that would have come down nicely as well. Okay, so there you go. So Colin, if you are in that US dollar trade, that is coming down nicely. What else are we looking at? Do you look at Yamin? Do you trade US 30 and NAS 100? Yeah, okay, let's take a look at the indices. I do trade the indices seldom. Rarely do I trade the indices, but I do trade them, guys. So let's take a look. Hang on, guys. Let me just close part of my gold trade because I have hit target here. Let me just 1 second. Okay, so we've just closed a gold trade there in nice profit. Yeah, I'm going to let 20% run, guys, on that gold trade. So let's just quickly look at gold. Yeah, my target was this 1900 level, guys. So we've hit that. At this level, I will close 80% of my trade. All right, and then I'll let 20% run. Okay, so yeah, nice. Let's see what happens. I still think this gold trade has lots of room to move into. Okay, let's go back to the original question. Let's go back to, bear with me a second, just finding the live chat. Okay, US dollar 30 and NAS 30. Let's start with the NASDAQ. Where are you, NASDAQ? All right, so let's take a look at the indices. So straight away, yeah, that news, we're seeing a bit of a bearish reaction because obviously, you know, the GDP, initial jobless claims, are going to have an impact on the indices as well. That goes without saying. But let's start on the day chart with the NASDAQ. Let's start with the weekly. So on the weekly, the NASDAQ is just crazy overbought. Yeah, look at that. It's just, yeah, that is a rocket ship. All right, so at some point, it needs a little retrace. Yeah, is what you can't help but think with some of these indices. Excuse me. So we are at a very nice weekly level here. You can see price. Okay, my alarms are annoying me now. You can see price has reacted here many times. Okay, so this is actually a good level for potentially a retrace. Okay, and then on the retraces, I would be buying the dips. All right, so that's an overall, you know, very simplistic way of how I would trade the indices. Yeah, it's the same with the day chart. Yeah, we are clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, yeah, you don't need to be Warren Buffett to see that. We are clearly in an uptrend, guys. And, you know, we potentially have, you know, quite a good area of value here because of the moving average 20. But on the weekly, there's no value here. I cannot buy into this zone because I know this zone is a weekly resistance level. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to buy into sellers, okay, because there will be sellers sitting in here. So what do I want to see? I want to see a real correction on the NASDAQ. Yeah, and I think this level could potentially offer that. Yeah, and what I want to see is potentially a breakdown. You know, could come back to this level here. Yeah, there's a bit of resistance here. Could even come back down to this level. Yeah, even this level. You know, we don't know. But what I do know is I'm not buying the NASDAQ here. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm not buying it here, but I would buy it here. I would buy it here. I would buy it here. Yeah, I need some value. I need it to retrace before we come back up, guys. Okay, let's look for some clues now on the lower time frames to see if price is potentially breaking down. Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, at this point here, yeah, at this point here, we was thinking, okay, we've got a break out of the grey zone. We've broken all these lows. You know, that's telling me that price wanted to come lower. Okay, maybe it's just coming back up to get a few more sell orders. But this last high here hasn't broke. Yeah, this is the last H4 high. And it still hasn't broke because of this wick. So it'd be interesting to see how price reacts here. Yeah, if it wants to come back down, you know, it's telling me it wants to break down. If it sort of carries on up, then it will want to potentially come back up and get to these highs. So this area in here is a very interesting area right now. If we get a break here, I think we have a, you know, we can take it back up to these highs. If we get a breakdown here, I think we could potentially come down to these lows, if not further. Okay, let's see how it's looking on the H1. So H1 is in an uptrend, but it's found an area of resistance here. Yeah, if we look at the H1 structure, you know, we're clearly in an uptrend, but look at price. It keeps rejecting this area. All right, so that's interesting. If we're in a buy trade or we're in an uptrend and it keeps rejecting a level and not pushing higher, this could be the end of a trend. All right, this could be the end of this trend. So what would I want to see? I would just want to see a breakdown in H1 structure. Let's say we get something like this, breaks these lows. Yeah, I would then potentially be looking for shorts. If we get a break higher and we start to see higher highs, then we could potentially buy this pair. Okay, so as you can see, guys, you know, I'm very structure, price action driven. However, that day chart and that weekly level is tells me it needs to retrace. It's too overbought. All right, so that's what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ. I hope it retraces, yeah, 1,000 points. Yeah, you know, exactly. Okay, it needs to. Okay, so if we got down to 14,000, let's say, yeah, down to 14,000, we've got a, you know, a nice trade potentially in here. Yeah, you know, there's value. Okay, so yeah, I hope that helps you with the NASDAQ, Yamin. And guys, any other questions, please get them over to me. I will be happy to answer them. Let me just take a quick look at this pound Canadian dollar, see what's happening here. Okay, so good. We're getting a bit of a push off of this level. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that, guys. What else were we in? Euro pound. I also want to keep an eye on this. Okay, I'll let the hourly candle finish. If it finishes like this, you can see the H4 candle has closed back into this one. So I would actually exit my hedge. Yeah, and the idea is to come lower. Sorry, guys, just looking at a few of my trades, if you don't mind. Let's have a look at US dollar 30 now. So NASDAQ, we know, has just been going mental. All right. But again, there's another indice here that is reaching an area of important resistance. So the NASDAQ has hit that weekly resistance. We've also got the Dow Jones hitting a weekly level of resistance. Okay, so there are interesting levels right now, these indices. So what's this telling me? So at this point, you know, we was thinking, okay, potentially breaking down. But on the weekly chart, these last highs still haven't broken. But what's happening now is we're getting higher lows, yeah, but it's all about this area. If we get a break of this zone, yeah, I think we've got, we've got a bull market on our hands. Yeah, we've got, if it breaks this, I think we're coming higher. Okay, but if it doesn't break this, then this market could potentially range. Yeah, it's in a bit of a range already, guys. Might see this kind of action. All right, because you can feel there's a lot of indecision in the market. So it could well be reflected in a ranging market. Okay, let's drop down to the day chart and see what we are seeing. So yeah, I mean, we're in an uptrend. Yeah, you don't have to be Warren Buffett to see that. We're in an uptrend, but we're at a resistance level. There will be sellers sitting in here. Okay, will it be here? Will it be here? Will it be here? We don't know, but rest assured there will be sellers at this level. All right, if we drop down to the H4 chart now, let's see what's happening. But again, this is in an uptrend. All right. But yeah, I mean, if I had to trade the indices, I would trade the retrace. I would trade from these levels potentially, down for a retrace if I had to. I mean, overall, I just want to buy dips as the S&P or the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones, dips. I want to buy dips. But, if I had to trade this intraday, if I had to trade it now, let's look at the H1. Yeah, I would be shorting this. Yeah, we've just had a H1 structure break here as well. Yeah, we've broken all of these lows. I would look to short this market if I had to trade it today. Yeah, potentially I don't know, down to this level. All right, so that's what I'm seeing on the indices, guys. Yeah, at really important resistance levels. So it'll be interesting to see how the markets react there. Okay, close my gold trade as well. Happy days. Okay, yeah, gold trade, nice cop prod, shorting gold. Yeah, nice trade. That gold trade has come down nicely. Okay, guys, can I all ask you please just to smash the like button if you're enjoying the live stream? Don't forget about all the cool things we do. We've got a free Discord channel. We've got VIP Discord channel. We've got a mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one. We've also got YouTube membership. So if you enjoy these live streams every day, then you can become a YouTube member. I think it's like £1.50 English or under $2. So you can join that as well, guys. And obviously we have live streams every day, Monday to Thursday. Friday, me and the editor go to the pub. Okay. So guys, yeah, and if everyone could please smash that like button right now. And if you're interested in anything that the channel does, all the information is on our video description or in our YouTube channel, guys. You'll find it in there. Guys, if we haven't got any more questions, we're going to leave the live stream there. I hope you found it useful, guys. Yeah, and learned something because that is the goal of our channel. Yeah, all right, guys, we'll leave it there. I hope you have a great trading day.